Hello, this is John Hart, and we'll be doing a two-sample t-test comparing two states. At the county level, their cancer death rates. At state cancer profiles. So you can type that in and go to interactive maps, or you land on their home page. You can come over here, click on mortality. And then interactive maps. I'm going to compare the state I grew up in, Iowa, to the state I'm living in, South Carolina. So we'll go to Iowa. And then I want to make sure I have enough data by, first we'll click on county and cancer rates. So if my topic is narrow, that's going to probably result in fewer counties that have reportable, reliable data. There's too few cases. CDC may not report it, since it's unreliable data because it's so small of a number. So I'm going to choose all cancer sites. Mortality and all, both, all, and there's just the one option there. And then generate map. And you can copy the map for your report and paste it into your document. Might be a nice addition. And the color coding, blue is the lowest rate, and dark red or orange, highest rate. And click on or right click and save. You want to save this Excel file. That's where the data is. That's where your numbers are going to be. And do the same for the second state. You can leave everything as is and just change state, South Carolina. So everything else should be the same. So we're comparing apples to apples, except we're changing the state. And then save both Excel files. And I started a third Excel as a combo file for the two states. Let's look at Iowa's Excel. So you see the title up there for Iowa. And the column we want begins with the words age adjusted. Let's widen this so we can see the entire label. Left click and just stretch it over, left click, and when we get that plus sign between columns, or you can get the plus sign and double click, age adjusted death rate per 100,000. That's what we're looking for. The first two rows we do not want to include. One is the state rate and the other is the national rate. We want county rate. So counties begin on the third row. And we want to start there. So just left click and scroll down. Looks like every county has data. And right click and paste into your combo file. So you just have that. And I made a little note here. South Carolina counties begin there. And we want to number each state, give state one number for each county, the same number. So Iowa counties each get a 1. So you can type in 1 up there, and then get your mouse in the lower right-hand corner where it's a skinny plus sign like that. There it's not so skinny. There it is. Left click and just drag it down. Kind of a quick way of giving each observation a number. And South Carolina will give a value of 2. Okay. Now we're ready to get this data into the next step. So highlight both columns, just the numbers. It looks like looking at that number there, 145 counties altogether. And right click, copy. And then go to your PSPP spreadsheet. It's in variable view now. We don't want that. We want data view. So down in the lower left-hand corner, data view. Click once in the upper left, and then Control first, and then V, and then hold both buttons down until, well, if you don't see it at first, hold it for a couple seconds, then let up simultaneously, and then variable. Click on variable view. The top row is the left column, so that's the group. Iowa is a group. Each county has a 1, and South Carolina is a group. So group, we'll type in there, or factor, or state, and tab out up there. You click out, it goes back to the var name. So here, we'll just type in cancer, and tab out of there as well. And go back to data view, and you can see it's got the labels up there. Now we're ready to do the test. Go to Analyze, Compare Means, and we want independent sample or 2 sample, same thing. In group, we will put down here. And cancer is the dependent variable or test variable. And we have to define the groups. So 1, we'll just put a 1 there for Iowa, 2 there. And we'll continue. And then it'll let us click OK. Before it wouldn't unless we defined our groups. Let's see what options is about. Not much that is of interest to us now. Okay. And our output is down here by down at the bottom. Click on PSPP icon. So Levine's test for variance, we had that in for ANOVA, and if it's significant, if this is a non-significant p-value, that means there's no difference in variance. And so we're going to use the p-value that corresponds with the row that says equal variance is assumed, said another way. And that p-value shows statistically significant difference between the states. So looking at the means up here, Iowa, all 99 counties, and I think South Carolina had all of its counties reporting data. So the mean in Iowa is a little lower than South Carolina, and it's statistically significant. So that's the bottom line here, connecting the p-value with the means, and what the p-value means for the means. So if this was a statistically significant p-value for Levine's, checking for equal variances, then we'd go with this line, equal variances not assumed. And it's the same p-value, so it doesn't matter either way, whichever this would land on. But it's nice in the paper to say that you did a test for variances and you are using the you're using the equal variance version of the independent t-test. And that concludes the presentation. Thank you for watching.